You know what's funny too is that lots of times there is a fabrication of urgency. Like it's not true urgency. It's just
Mhm.
it's just fabricated out of thin air. And
Yeah.
oh, this thing that needs to get done now. Does it though? Does it need to get done now?
There's some of that. There's definitely some of that.
I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's your matrix.
Welcome to Permission the Podcast. I'm Dr. T, and this is my sister,
Silvana, and we are two regular people talking about spirituality in our daily lives.
Each week, we're inviting you to the internal conversation. So let's get started.
With your permission.
Hi, welcome back
to Permission the Podcast.
That's right. And this week's episode is the boundaries.
Permission to be unavailable.
Unavailable when needed, The universe has had funny ways to teaching me boundaries. And I can have boundaries and they work great with most people. And then there's certain people that have stronger connections with. I sometimes have, I don't know. I don't want to say issues. I just sometimes give them, like I get out of jail card. I don't want to call it that way. It's more like me giving them too much of me because I care for them so much. And so at times the universe had taught me, boundaries, the importance of them and just keeping them for all in general. If you want to be in my life, this is how you be in my life.
Okay, give me examples.
Boy, I knew you were going to go there.
You got to give us something. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. So when it comes to my healing journey and people and friends and like close friends, people I really care about. And when they reach out to me for connection and for help or anything, then I overdo it. Like I overhelp. And for instance, they say, hey, let's talk. I want to, talk to you about something, maybe meditation, whatever. And then they go silent, right? And so now I'm the one reaching, I'm the one, hey, so are you okay? And instead of, I'm here, I'm available. Whenever you want to talk about this, let's talk about it. Now I'm the one chasing, right? Do you understand?
Yeah, I do.
And so that, and the other part is that sometimes I would get super, I don't know, like super happy, super excited about people's journey and them changing because they're working on changing. But I'm more excited for them than them are excited for their own path. And I learned that no, you need to, although I am truly happy for you where you are and where you're working on, it is you that need to do the work. It is you that needs to, get there. Now me being super excited, hey, let's do over helping and over giving.
Yeah. I don't know if I do that.
I know you don't.
I'm pretty sure I don't do that.
Yeah, I know. And even with like family, right? Like I'm pretty good at like, let me get back to you on that. No, I'm pretty good at saying no.
Yeah, with family.
Yeah, at times I don't know, let's go back 4 or 5 years ago. I would just be like putting certain things first before me. And I've learned that me, then if I say yes to you and it's a no for me, then it's a no, right? So the universe has put me in situations where, okay, if it's a no for you, it's a no, period.
I feel like with boundaries, my family, I would make exceptions for my family. I used to. Like, okay,
certain things.
I would want to go to the thing. I want to go to the birthday party. I want to go to the celebration. I want to go to the graduation party. Not the graduation because no one likes graduations, but the graduation party.
Yeah.
And by no one, I mean me. I don't like graduations.
I don't like them either.
I mean, I barely made it to my own. I only walked for my master's because Dad asked me to.
Yeah.
The second thing that he's asked me to do.
And
probably the last, well, he keeps asking me to come visit him, but that's like, I don't feel like that's a big request.
No. So for graduations and events, just like, for instance, just keeping the family together and doing all of these things. And at times I have sacrificed the things I do, right? So early morning yoga or hike or whatever it was that I had planned out, all of a sudden, I don't know, my brother showed up yesterday.
Right.
Surprise! And they wanted to see the soccer match with dad. And so that was great, but I had planned to leave at a certain time to go work on something. And for me, it was hard to do. It was hard to leave.
Well,
Even
yeah.
though they just showed up.
Right, because you want to spend time with them.
I do. I mean, I truly love them, but it was a thing that, okay, this is what you had planned. Take a shower and go. So although my date started later than I expected. So, I mean, like, I am flexible. But for instance, if they said, oh, let's go to the vineyard on this day, or let's do this, or let's do something, I'm like, I can do it after my yoga. So I'm available at this time. I'll meet you there. It's okay if I'm a little late, whatever. While before I would have been, okay, I'll skip my yoga.
Yeah.
For family.
Yeah. I also can switch when I go to the gym too. Like if I need to go at 6 a.m., I'll go at 6 a.m.
Mm.
I mean, no one wants to go at 6 a.m. And by no one, I mean me.
I like my 6 a.m. yoga. That's my crew. The 6 a.m. people are really cool.
I know. I do feel there's a little bit of a difference doing yoga at 6 a.m. versus CrossFit at 6 a.m. I don't sound like that.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, you have to be all like into it while yoga. The 6 a.m., by the way, they turn off the lights. So it's like there's like a tiny little light in the background that you barely see it. So it feels like you're still in theta.
Yeah. So that's not what happens at CrossFit.
So it's all like, relax.
Right. Oh, I feel like the more serious people go at 6 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm here, I made a commitment, have a real job, I have to be here this early. Let's go,
Yeah, but even on the days that I work from home, which I could go to the later class, still start my job at 9:15. I prefer to go at 6. It's my 6 o'clock crew.
Well, the friends, change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
So flexibility with boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm pretty flexible.
Mm-hmm.
I can change my stuff around. I don't have things that are fixed. And also a lot of my schedule changes from week to week based on how patients get scheduled.
Okay.
Well, I schedule them a week out, so it's variable in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a fixed schedule?
For what? Yoga?
For work? And
yeah, for the most part. For work, yeah. I mean, I do at times work at night because of I work with factories in India and China, so because of time difference. By the way, I don't think anybody knows what I do. So
no one knows what you do. I don't know what you do.
Besides everything that you already know what I do, I do logistics. So I'm the director of logistics for a pet product company. And what I do is at night, I do talk to the factories or whenever there's something, super urgent or anything happening. And right now it's been a mess with the whole tariff stuff. And, you don't know. You're like, what?
You keep talking about it, so I know.
So starting November 1st, for China, they're imposing 100% tariffs on goods coming from China. That's a big deal.
That sounds like a big deal.
Bananas, really. And so we're trying to figure that out. And, and you see me here smiling because, I can't change that. It's not my circus. It's, hopefully the government would,
Well, 100% sounds like 100%.
Yeah. So it's gonna, hurt the pockets of Americans, really. But that's, of course, let's go back to boundaries.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that. So what are your boundaries with work?
So, okay. So because of what I do, and at times I do, there's stuff happening at night and stuff, I do receive text and I do answer if it's something. Before, I used to take phone calls when I knew they weren't super urgent during the weekend or whatever. Now I don't. I just let it go to voicemail. I answer, when I have a moment. I'm not like, I don't live to work. Let's put it that way.
How do you know the difference between what's urgent and not?
I know, well, don't you know what's urgent at your job? I'm like, I know based on normally during the end of the month what needs to be billed, what needs to be, and if there's an issue with the shipment documents and stuff. So if I have to request them at night due to time difference, I do. So that's urgent. And it doesn't take long. At times it has, like I have done stuff at night. So at times I will work like an hour, 2 hours a night, and I don't do that anymore.
Nice. Okay. So you
Yeah.
stopped that.
Uh-huh.
How and when?
How and when? I stopped that probably during and after COVID.
Clear.
Just what's really important, like my time I'm not on the clock 24/7. Although because of time difference and because factories work on Saturdays, half days, they will connect with me if they have something they deem urgent.
But then you have to decide
Is it really
what
urgent
you
or
feel is urgent.
not? Right. Yeah. Can this wait till Monday? And at times it can. And at most part it can. So
So that's funny. I know what's urgent in my work,
is
which
everything urgent though?
no,
No? Okay.
that doesn't happen. I mean, it has happened and it rarely happens.
Okay.
And it's one of those things that it's an established patient and they're reaching out and they don't usually reach out. I mean, what's interesting about my practice is I don't have a phone. So they're not, no one is texting me.
Right.
All of my things are coming through email. And when I'm not working, I'm not checking my email. So it's
Okay.
kind of one of those things where there
Mm.
are clear boundaries.
And
And
so, is there a hotline does your thing say, hey, if you're feeling, I don't know, what's an emergency? Like, I feel like I'm going to try to hurt myself or.
I usually don't get that severity of patient.
Okay.
And if someone does have a higher level of need, they would be going somewhere else, or we would be talking about other options during sessions. But,
Okay.
I typically don't see that.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting because for some reason, my patients just know that we're not really talking in between sessions. I just don't, and they also don't. So it's kind of like this thing.
The boundary that's set, like, don't text me. I'm not going to answer.
Well,
They don't have your number.
they don't have a number.
Right.
I do have a separate phone that I use for phone calls, and I just don't use it unless I have to make a call, right? So I structure it in ways that make sense. And the reason why I do emails mainly is to make sure that I get to it and that I'm attending to things properly so that I know at what time things came in. I know it's attached to a name. Like with a text message, I don't have names saved on my work phone. Well, unless I have regular patients that want a call. So I do have
call like a
call
listening.
session.
Oh, okay.
So instead of
Okay.
a video session, they use
Not like a well-being call.
no.
No.
Instead of a video session, and I used a platform that has a virtual waiting room and all this other stuff. So when they don't want a video session and they want a phone call instead, I call them on my work phone. And there are few people that prefer a phone call versus a video session.
Okay.
So I have these kind of natural boundaries in place to make my life easier so that I know where work is coming in and how to kind of look for that, and it's all in one place. There are people that do on call, like my friend Smith does on call, and she has to deal with crises, but she gets told when she's on call, right? So she knows
It's
ahead
like
of
a
time.
shift. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are people with careers that have different boundaries, like attorneys or, I don't know, engineers, that there's not really a way to determine, okay, is this enough? I mean, even bankers, there's no way of determining, okay, is this enough or is it not? With specific deadlines and all of these other things, it's about understanding how to prioritize the work that needs to be prioritized, and when is it like a specific season for something to happen, right? So sometimes I have found that people are working more right now to get in like a deadline, and then the rest of the year is just shot because people don't want to work, mid-November till the end of the year.
Yeah. What about boundaries with friends?
Yeah.
How I mean, like, are you really good at them? Do you have them? I know you have like your two awesome friends that are basically, I don't know,
Carter and
extensions of you.
Smith, extensions of me.
Not extensions of you, but you guys are really tight. And I feel like for
Yeah.
the most part, you guys super understand everything about each other. You can say anything, and literally, you have said stuff that I'm like, what the, and they
Yeah.
like completely
They
understand
get it.
you and love you anyway, no matter what came out of your mouth.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And so those kind of friends, but
I talk to Carter and Smith pretty much every day, all day.
mhm,
The only boundaries we have are just not seeing each other, right? So we have physical boundaries of like space because they live far away from me. So a lot of the boundaries have to do with literal physical space, distance.
mhm,
And generally, when things come up like my kid's birthday or my birthday, your birthday, we don't get together that often in real life. We're either texting or FaceTiming. So the boundaries with that is actual physical boundaries.
so you're online besties.
Yeah, we joke that we're text friends, but we FaceTime often. I mean, for people at the gym, I generally have just specific times to hang out. Like, for example, Saturday, we go for Saturdays, our partner workouts, and
Mhm.
we do partner WODs. And then after the partner workout, we go for coffee. And it depends on what I have going on the rest of the day that I'll chill just until the end, or I'll leave after, an hour, because I feel
Okay.
like an hour is a good time for coffee.
Mhm.
Sometimes we'll stay for like 2 hours, just hanging out, and then it might go into something else like, oh, do you want to go, shopping or this thing or that thing? Or we'll have something in the evening that we'll have to get ready for. I've had that happen too, where, oh, we're going to something in the evening. Do you want to go shopping for the thing? So the boundaries with CrossFit people are, I mean, they're natural. Like if I have something else to do, I have something else to do, right? And an example is on Sundays, I've stopped going to the box on Sundays because now I have pretty much established a standing writing session with my co-creator for the sci-fi novels on Sunday, which to some extent I'm super happy that we have a set time, and sometimes I am torn about not being able to go, but people do ask me, "Hey, are you coming tomorrow?" Like Sunday. They're asking me on Saturday if I'm coming in on Sunday. And then sometimes when I see the workout, I get a little FOMO. It's like this workout or this coach is going and it's this workout and all my friends are going, but I'm right at this moment, I'm prioritizing this writing project specifically. I'm prioritizing that over a lot of other things. So that's a good way for me to place boundaries as well, where I'm actually looking at the thing that I'm prioritizing in the moment and right now. And honestly, for the foreseeable future, I'm really prioritizing this writing project at this point.
Nice.
Which kind of means I have to say no to stuff like, apple picking with the family, even though
Yeah.
I actually really want to go. I really
Yeah.
want to go apple picking with the family.
You do.
My favorite thing is apple cider donuts. We get apples. We
Yeah.
could make a pie. Come on,
Yeah.
get out of here.
So I just something came on, like I just visualized something talking about boundaries. So for the most part, even when my boys were little, everything was game. They would climb on me. They would, I used to eat a lot of cereal. And the one thing that would just be like, no, is them grabbing my cereal with their hands out of my bowl.
Ugh,
And I'm like,
that's
no.
disgusting.
I'm like, no. I draw the line right there. That's it. No, don't put your hands on my cereal. I don't eat cereal anymore.
Because of sticky hands?
No, I just don't, because of processed foods and sugars and
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been, I don't know how many years without eating cereal, but that whole thing with, oh, let me grab one of your cereals. I'm like, that would throw me over that would knock me off balance for sure. But then they knew. It's weird. Like they knew not to.
Yeah.
They do it to other people, not to me.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That makes me think of two different stories. One is when I know I don't want to share, because sometimes I don't want to share things, right?
Food, you mean?
Yeah,
Or
like a piece of chocolate.
I never want to share.
Well, but we're going to the store and like, for example, just like random, going to the store and getting a piece of chocolate. I will buy you a whole piece of chocolate for yourself. Just don't mess with mine, right? So like when I'm in the mood to have a thing on my own, I'll just get 2. I'll get 3. I'll get whatever if I'm with people. Yeah. I can share.
When you buy donuts, we go to there's this place in Westport. Yeah. There's this place in Westport. I'm not a donut person, right?
But I know when I want to share and when I don't want to share. I'll get you 10 donuts for yourself.
She'll ask me, do you want one? And for the most part, I say no, because I'm not a donut person.
Yeah, but you are a donut person when they're in your house.
And so she goes, because I'm not sharing mine. If you want one, tell me, I'll buy you one.
I'll buy you 10. I don't care.
And so, I don't. I mean, I've eaten maybe once from that place. It's okay. I'm not a donut person.
It's the best donut place.
Well, the one going to Springfield, was it? Remember that place?
That was a really good place too.
That was good. And I'm not a donut person. Just saying.
That was a really good place.
What was it called?
I have no idea. Literally.
Okay. At the place is, it looks like it was, built in the 50s or something. They've been making donuts since 1950 something.
Okay, so those boundaries and it's generally when I know, like, okay, I'm not, we're not doing this, whatever, sharing.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, you finish.
So the other thing that I thought of was, I think people know, but also animals, like with Iman, my dog, R.I.P. He knew that he couldn't lick my face because I didn't like it, but he knew that he can get his nose up to my nose. So we did that, like nose kisses. But there's this thing that we put out that facilitates our boundaries naturally, I think, because that reminded me of your kids kind of really knowing how to not do that.
Yeah. Well, because the first couple of times I freaked out, right? And I was just thinking about, when you're with people and you're sharing your energy, your space, your energy field, and then there's people that are like say these guys are super touchy, hugging, and there's people that I could be, more like I could hug my girls or whatnot, but there's some people I just that no. And so I feel like maybe it's just I don't know if it's the faces I make or what, but for the most part they're like they don't do it with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're like, or when they be like, I'm like, oh, okay. So just to give them that first time thing, and then eventually, maybe if I get to know you, I don't know, but like it's not like I'm a hugger with everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not
Mm.
his therapist. So my patient asked me,
Uh-huh.
like, do you get people contacting you all the time and calling you and like text messages from patients? And I said, no. And he's like, well, my partner has all of this action from her devices with patient concerns. And I was like, yeah.
No boundaries.
I feel like I have no idea. I don't know this person, but when I addressed it in session, basically what I said literally was, I feel like the people that work with me know that I'm not the one. Like
I'm not the one that's going to answer you.
I'm not a crisis person. I'm not the person that you contact with a crisis. I'm not the one that, sends little messages, mensajitos, I'm not gonna, send you wellness emails. I'm just not,
No.
and I'm sure
Okay.
that there are people that do
Yeah.
and that are great at it.
I do that with friends. I don't know, patients. I think different.
So it's that thing. I mean, like I said before, if I have a patient that's actually having a stressful moment or a stressful time, we plan to have a sooner session, or I do have ways in which patients can access me, or a protocol that we can have where I'm telling them, well, I will check my email on purpose at this time to check if you have sent me something. So I have those things where I do have flexibility around it. It's just that those types of patients just don't come to me. And it's interesting, right? It's just an interesting thing that I've noticed.
Yeah, but maybe could it be that this person is like one of those people that do emergency contacts or whatever? What do you call it? It depends, right? What kind of therapist she is. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And how she chooses to practice and what her protocols are, and the severity of patients that she sees. There's a lot of criteria with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So making yourself unavailable is also, sometimes you're saying no to someone else or something in order to say yes to yourself, right? So that's one way I talk about boundaries, is oftentimes you're saying no to this person or that person so that you can say yes to yourself about something else. And it's and especially for people that have high stress demanding careers, it's, you're saying no so you could sleep. You're saying no so you can eat. You're saying no so that you can walk outside,
see the sun. Yeah. Take some vitamin D.
exercise.
Yeah.
It's hard to say no.
At times, I was just thinking about that. At times, it's kind of hard to say no, but then you're like, oh, I should have done this instead. I should have, no.
Just no. Just no.
No. And so,
How do you determine when you want to do two things? Like my example with, writing, well, really staying in the city when I have free time so that I can write and do that. versus going apple picking
Connecticut?
with the family, right? Like
Okay.
I want to do both. I want to, stay in my apartment and write, and I want to go into Connecticut and apple pick. Like I do want to do both. And that's where I don't know what to say no to
Okay, so
sometimes.
what I've been doing is like, what am I brings me more joy, more passion? And so I pick, if this is a little more exciting, just by a little bit, I do it. However, you have made a promise to yourself to do something, and you have to keep your word, right? Like you've promised to set time aside to do your writing. And you know what I mean? Just like we're here now, I promised to set this time aside based on your boundaries. Like to set this time aside. Okay. And we're doing it. Now,
Right.
could I be outside enjoying the sun? Yes, I'm in my basement looking at this light.
Well, I wanted to go to CrossFit at 10 a.m. versus
right.
7 today. That would have been nice, but
Okay,
I
so
didn't.
so then you adjust and you're like, okay, if I really want to get some sunlight, maybe do it before work and after yoga. And so, like what I'm saying is you can rearrange, you can try to fit it in, but at the same time, you got to listen to you and also follow your passions. That makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Okay. So, and then also at times it's like, for instance, I am super, like like I'm doing the everyday yoga thing. And I was, I had a cold. Remember the beginning of the month, I had a cold,
Yeah.
and it was like a real cold. And
You sounded insane.
I sounded like a frog. And so, I haven't been sick before that for 2 years, but I think I was overdoing stuff and just my body found a way to knock me down into bed. And I read the cards too, like if you don't chill out.
The cards told you, if you don't chill, we're going to make you chill.
And so I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So yeah, here comes. And I rested. And so there were days I'm like, I want to go to yoga. And no. And my body was just like, and I was just like, you know what? Your body's doing this so you can rest. Just rest.
Right.
Let it be. And so I did.
That's so funny. This month, and I don't know why this month, but this month my box has this thing where they're doing a member commitment club.
What is that?
I have no idea, but it's it's based on signing in. So it's based on attendance for 16 times during this 1 month.
16 times in a row or 16 times?
No, just attending 16 times.
But you go every day almost.
Right. And I had a trip to Pennsylvania and last week I was reviewing it and I was like, oh, I haven't hit 16 days.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So then I hit it on Saturday and I was like, I want my 16 days. I've been just signed in. I hit my 16 days. What do I get? You don't know. So they're holding it over like our commitment, the commitment club is going to get something at the end of October.
But you don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
Does that drive you crazy?
No, but I know I met it.
Oh, so you're in, so you're okay.
I'm fine. But it was weird to look at the numbers.
I was shocked when you said you didn't meet it. And I'm like,
right.
I was like, okay, by the way, we're at the end of the month right now. It's not going to air in the end of the month, this episode. I don't know when it will. Right. But I'm shocked that you just met your 16 days when you normally go every day.
Every day. Every day. But I also have been listening to my body and I have taken a day or two off, clearly. But then I had the trip to Pennsylvania too.
Me too. One day, I do salsa, my salsa classes. And one day I'm on my way, I'm getting out of work and I go straight sometimes. And I'm come driving and I'm like, you know what? Go to the beach and meditate. And I did got off the highway and went. I just, I listened.
That's so amazing.
Yeah. So, and for me to skip salsa,
it's a lot.
It's a lot. But meditation is also something important to me. So, yeah. I'm just listening.
So I often do the meditations and I just like hit sleep on my phone, right? When I do my last meditation at night, I basically set my phone to sleep, make sure the alarm is on. I don't pay attention to my phone until the next day when it's set to go off at 3:55 a.m. for my morning meditation. And that's one clear boundary I have is once I hit the mat for my last meditation, for my meditation of the night, I'm
From there, you're going
not
to bed.
talking to anyone. That's it. That's bedtime. That's like, we're done. So
You gotta
that's a
teach
clear
me
boundary.
how to put yourself. How do you put your phone to sleep?
Oh, it's the focus option.
Just the do not disturb.
Yeah, you can have different focuses on
Okay.
the iPhone.
All right. I gotta check it out.
Yeah. So some boundaries that I do have with work are, not having a phone, having things go to my email, having boundaries around my email. I also don't get notifications on my phone. I turn off all notifications on my phone. Did I tell you that was a problem with our marketing person? She's like,
Oh,
did you get this thing? And I was like, what thing? And she was like, the thing that I sent to you to this thing. And I was like, no.
nothing.
And I said, my notifications on my phone are turned off. And she's like, I thought you were ghosting me. And I was like, what? I'm like paying you for a service. Like, what? And she's
funny.
like, okay, now I just know. And I was like, yes. Also, you can text me. Yeah. So ways to put parameters.
Did you see the smoke signal I sent you the other day?
No, what smoke signal?
That's basically it. All notifications are smoke signals.
Yeah. So I protect myself pretty well. My boundaries are, also I'm not logged in. I don't have any social media on my phone. So if I do something like a networking event, I'm actually going to the LinkedIn website and logging in and doing that way. And even that I don't generally do because I tell other people that are whipping out their phones and going so much faster. It's like, okay, where are you? And I was like, I give them my name. I don't even have to log in. I don't even have to look at my phone. So I have lots of boundaries in place. It's more about what is functional and practical for each person, not necessarily anything I'm doing or you're doing, right? It's just more of whatever makes sense.
Yeah. I don't have boundaries with my door. So everybody has the code to my house door. They just come in. So the door opens. So it's either one of my boys, my mom, my dad, could be Tere, could be you. Who else has the code? I have friends that have the code too. Anyway, so it could be anyone, really.
I went out on Saturday and I decided, I don't want to take my cell phone. My cell phone opens my apartment door on an app, right?
Yeah.
So I took a screenshot of the thing with the code and I sent it to the friend that I was going out with. I was like, and she was already out the door. And I was like, hey, did you get that text message? She's like, yeah. Oh, okay. You just you have my code for my apartment now because I don't want to be bothered to carry a phone. I don't know. Who's going to use it?
The phone or the code?
The code.
They will need to know everything, your apartment, your building.
Who's going to use it? No one's going to use it.
Well, a lot of people use my code.
Well, no one's using my code.
Yeah. My in-laws have the code. They come into whenever they want.
People would have to come into New York City to use the code.
So, yeah, it's funny because who said that? I think Marisa said oh no, people need to announce themselves before coming. And I'm like, everybody's walking in my house with the code.
Everyone has Mari's code.
I don't have it.
Yes, you do.
Okay, maybe I do.
Yeah, you do.
I don't use it though.
That's because she lives in Manchester.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you don't use it.
But yeah. What else? Boundaries.
What are your boundaries with your friends? You got lots of friends now. You got friends.
No, what do you mean? I didn't have any before. I have
I don't know. I feel like you you have friends, but they're all over the place. Jesus lives here. You have who lives in Lima. I mean, like, you have friends,
Javier
but
lives
they're
in
like,
Lima. Yeah. Boundaries with friends. I don't know. Like it's just like it's flowing natural with the current friends that I have that I don't have. Like I don't have to set certain boundaries because like normally the close friendships I have, they're like kind of close. And I don't know. Nothing that I have to be like, hey, that's too much for me. I don't really have, and I have those kind of friendships like with the people that live far away that the moment we meet is like time never went by. And it's just, those kind of people. But I can like an actual, I just feel that at this moment, it's more like, okay, like for instance, I was going to go to meet with Jesus and Aline and we were going to go to the Whitney Museum, dinner, maybe go there. But work was busy. I couldn't get out of work early enough to make it. And it was Friday. And the traffic, it would have taken me 2.5 hours to meet them when it normally takes me an hour, right?
yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm already in Norwalk. It's been like 30 to 40 minutes. And I'm like, I should have taken the train. Then I looked at the train and it was going to take me a long time to get there anyway because it was out of Norwalk. And so I just like, hey, you guys go have fun. We'll plan something else. Is that understanding to just like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Right. Like sometimes it just doesn't happen.
But I also didn't have the energy for it. And they even like, okay, is this too much for you? And I'm like, yeah, it kind of is. So let's reschedule. And so I got off and I went to meditate at the beach.
Again.
Same beach.
That's funny.
But I mean, I just think I just communicate what I need at the moment. And I'm pretty straightforward with what I need and what I want, what I don't like. I'm not going to yes, you have something I don't want to do. Right.
For sure not. No.
And I have friends that understand that or more understand me.
Right. I generally don't have a problem with making myself available or unavailable for people. And it depends on whether I want to, 1, be social, 2, want to spend time with that person specifically, and 3, have the bandwidth for it.
Yeah. So just listening to that, like, okay, my battery level is at I'm gonna go to recharge at the beach instead. Not overdoing it,
Right.
But I think also my people know like I do want to be there. I just don't want to spend 2.5 hours in my car.
Right.
Yeah.
And also I feel like there's consistency, and if I say I'm gonna be there, I will be there.
I show up. Exactly.
Yeah. And I will be happy to be there. And if I tell you I'm not gonna be there, I'm not gonna be there. Right? Like both are true.
Yeah.
So I feel like boundaries have to do with yourself as well. Like when do you stop watching TV? When do you stop, doing this? When do you start cooking? When do you start working out? When does that stop? Right? Like it's a start and stop, and it's a daily thing too. Like boundaries, I feel like it's like a daily thing.
I need to put a little more boundaries with my doom scrolling.
Oh my God.
Like, no. Okay, hold on. So you know how it knows what you want to listen to, right? So all this stuff that I see on Instagram, for instance, it's all about spirituality and things I'm actually interested in, right? And so I start like, okay, here's a video, here's a this, like, okay, if you do this tapping here, releases something, so I'm like, I'm doing
the tapping
and the breathing and the
fire breathing.
other breathing and what it's actually doing. So I'm learning these little things and little tricks. But like it's all interested to me because it knows I'm interested in that. Next thing I know, it's been 45 minutes and I'm like, oh my God, you need to go to bed.
Yeah, I would rather not.
But like it's not that it is stuff that I'm interested in. So anyway. It just knows.
Okay, my thing is podcasts, which is why we're doing this, right?
I know.
My thing is is podcasts. So I listen to podcasts and books.
Mhm.
And it's one of those things that I have to monitor for myself, how much I'm listening and how much I'm turning it off and being with myself, and how much
Yeah.
I'm actually doing, being active in my life, meaning, writing and doing this and working and all these other things that I do,
Yeah.
it's monitoring it.
Yeah, but also, I think about you like I don't know, like a computer now, like a AI. AI said it. Because when okay, let me context here. When you listen to your podcast or whatever, audiobooks, she's like on double the speed or something like, and it's just like going so fast, and it's like, oh my god, she's intercepting that somewhere, her pituitary gland or whatever.
I'm catching it. I'm catching it.
Just the antenna is like, but it's so fast. So I mean, I would listen to two. You listen to 2 podcasts the time it takes me to listen to one.
Okay, fair.
But then I go to your place and it's like, I'm like, how is that soaking in?
Well, I'm listening and, I'm doing laundry and I'm cooking and I'm doing this and I'm doing that,
Mm-hmm.
So it's not static listening.
Yeah. And she's multitasking, and the stuff is at double the speed. She's a computer. Here's a new download. Download this podcast.
What's funny is it takes me so long to speak because I'm thoughtful about what I'm saying. I'm thoughtful about what I'm going to say next. And I'm taking up time and space to really talk, which is I heard it in a different podcast that it's when you're allowing yourself to take up space and what you say matters and is important. If I was listening to our podcast, like as a person not in it, I would listen to it so fast.
I know. I have a friend that listens if I send him a voicemail, like, in WhatsApp, he listens at 1.5 speed. So one day I decided I'm just going to speak super fast, like, hey, what's up, like super fast. So then when he listens to it at 1.5, it's going to be too fast. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. I sent my friend a voice message this morning. I'm positive she sped me up. It's like, I'm positive she sped me up.
Okay.
And you know what I hate is fucking Spotify's boundaries.
Yeah, the limits on how much you can play on, what is it, audiobooks or
they
podcasts
stop me
too?
from listening to audiobooks.
It's like, you've covered your 200 hours in one day.
The stupid notification of like, you have used all of your audiobook hours.
How many is it a
What the
month?
hell? I have no idea. And then it tells me like, you'll need to wait 21 days. I was like, I was in the middle of a book.
That's a
and
lot.
I'm going to wait 21 days.
What do you mean you had to wait till tomorrow? Wow.
And then I refresh it because I forget. You have 11 days left.
Okay, so wait.
My God.
Is it asking you to upgrade your membership or anything like that, or no?
I think I could purchase more hours or whatever, but I mean, come on.
Okay. So what do you do in those 21 days or 11 days that you
I podcast it up. I'm like, okay, whatever. This book can wait. Or
do you really go back to them, or do you sometimes it's like
Sometimes I do because I really want to know.
Okay.
And sometimes I just buy it on Audible. I'm like, okay, I want this book.
Yeah.
Isn't that ridiculous?
It is ridiculous.
It's like, I want to know the rest.
What's ridiculous is the amount of hours you listen.
Like, I just finished a 10-hour book in, a day and a half. Yeah, it's fine.
Because this is like at double the speed. Yeah. Okay.
So how do you feel about being unavailable?
I'm available to myself, so I'm not unavailable to other people.
Yeah, like I just met someone that talked to me about a silent retreat for 10 days in Massachusetts. It's called Insight something.
I want to do a 3-day because I don't know if I can handle 10 days, but also I can't be away for 10 days.
What a silly thing to say. You can't handle 10 days? Come on.
Well, like I want to do 3 and see how I do. And
Sure.
also, I don't know, 10 days without communication
What's the problem?
with the boys and everything. No, I mean, like I will have to take 10 days off. Like it's the end of the year almost. I don't have any time off. But I did see a thing on Instagram. It's a silent. You have a note you can't see. So you
in like
in
a
the
dark room?
Yeah. You're in the
Yeah.
dark and in silence. Like you do it for, I don't know, 24 hours, 48 hours.
It's like a
And then you take-
simulation of death, right? Or something like that.
It's just for you to conquer your fears of everything and just listen to you going in deep.
Yeah.
So you no seeing, no hearing. I mean, no talking, no seeing. I just think if they take that listening part away, then that's it. I'm going nuts.
Why?
In silence, like complete silence,
Yeah.
like silence.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That'd be like a little torture. I hear birds and stuff,
Sure.
rain, wind. I don't know.
I actually love being unavailable. I'm okay with the 10 days of silence sounds like a blast.
Okay, do it. When is it?
They hold them throughout the year at this place. I mean, it's not one place. I mean, places do silent retreats. It's
It's sign language, okay? If we go,
No.
I go with you, and then I start doing, signals. Like hey, what's
no, you can't. So at the one that this person introduced me to, she said there's no eye contact also.
Wow, that's intense. Is there laughter?
I imagine there is.
Because 10 days with you laugh without laughing?
No, that's not gonna happen. I'll tell you what's not happening.
Everybody's silent there.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing. That's not gonna happen. Yeah, so I'm very comfortable being unavailable. And I was even thinking about doing a silent retreat just on my own in home and maybe doing like deliveries for food and turning off my phone and only having access to a Word document so I could do like writing, no reading, no listening to anything. It sounds kind of perfect.
Meditation.
Yeah, meditation.
Okay.
Oh,
All
maybe
right.
the only voice I listen to is Joe.
Dr. Joe.
Doctor.
Find it. Feel it.
I mean, it's hard to say no to people and jobs and things and actually be unavailable. But even if you start with a small time, a small window, it could help.
Yeah. I remember one time, like work was getting kind of stressful. It was like some years ago. And I just went for a walk. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to Dr. Nature. And so I just put my phone on don't disturb. And I went for a walk. And I think I got like 2 calls from my boss. And then my boss calls somebody else so they can call me. I can't find her. I can't reach her.
That's so funny.
And I told them when I was back from disconnecting, I'm like, I just needed to disconnect. That's all I needed to go for a walk. I'm back. I said, but everything's okay now? Yeah, now it is.
Perfect. I'm glad I could help.
So, yeah, just knowing that. I mean, mind you, like my job is a little flexible, but still, I just kind of like turned it off and went off into the sunset.
You know what's funny too is that lots of times there is a fabrication of urgency. Like it's not true urgency. It's just fabricated out of thin air. And this thing that needs to get done now. Does it though? Does it need to get done now?
There's some of that. There's definitely some of that.
I mean, It doesn't. It doesn't.
It's your matrix.
Okay.
So
This is what we have for you this week. Go into the week with the query of, do I give myself permission to be unavailable? I feel like it's a good question.
And also asking the question, if saying yes to you, is that a no to myself? And if it's a no to yourself, then you know the answer. It's always no.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Look at those priorities. Look at those values. Say yes and no. And we'll be back
there's-
next week.
No, but there's this one. I'll get back
What?
to you.
I'll get back to you.
I'll get back to you on that.
I love that.
Yeah, don't forget about that one. When all fails, just go like, let me get back to you on that.
Let me get back to you. And sometimes, you know,
you
don't. You don't. That's it.
That's it. All right.
Okay.
That's all we got.
And that is all we have for you this week.
Make sure you follow Permission the Podcast.
And we'll be back next week with your permission.